move up to 98 pounds. Jeff Prescott and Shannon DeRoshi. DeRoshi from Messina, Jeff Prescott from Olean. Prescott will be in the orange from Section 6. Messina is Section 10. And Doug, we haven't seen a lot of Section 10 usually here in the States in the finals. They've had some good wrestlers, but I'd have to say DeRoshi's one of the few that has made it from Section 10.
The thing is Section 10 only has several, 15, I don't even know if they have that many schools to select from, where Section 3 has 100 schools to select from, over 100.
You move down to Long Island, Section 8 and Section 11, you're talking about hundreds and thousands of kids involved in wrestling programs in high schools. So Shannon DeRoshi from Messina, he is in the black from Section 10. He's only a sophomore. He's 27-1 this year, and Jeff Prescott from Olean is also a sophomore. He's 35-0, undefeated this year. He's got a great record, 82-17-0 for his total years in wrestling, so he's been around as a junior high school student, one would have to guess.
A lot of these lighter kids are able to start out with 7th and 8th graders wrestling on the varsity and doing a good job. And now I think that's the reason for his 82-17-0 record so far.
A lot of experience then for Prescott from Olean. And Prescott is now going to be in a position where if he doesn't get his leg out, he may end up giving up 2 points to DeRoshi. It amazes me, Doug, as you look at these kids, that they only weigh 98 pounds. Possible stalemate coming up, but they look so much bigger. They look tall for 98 pounds.
Not only that tall, but they look rather muscular for
That's right.
their size.
These are not your 98-pound weaklings that you would normally associate with a 98 pounds. Both sophomores in high school. No score yet as we come down to 1 minute left in this first period. Our officials, by the way, 98 pounds. Gordon Carberry is our official. The assistant referee is Mike Giagios. They haven't had anything to do yet as far as points. As they go out of bounds, there's an out-of-bounds call. But with 46 seconds left in the first period, no score.
Shannon DeRoshi seems to be taking it right to Jeff Prescott. I don't think he's overly impressed with that 82-17-0 record.
Certainly doesn't bother him any on the mat. Of course, as we've said, experience really counts a lot when you get to the States, but enthusiasm can make up for it. And DeRoshi and Prescott have plenty of that. And we're coming down now, 25 seconds left, no score. Lots of times, as we'll see as these we progress, Doug, it seems that the wrestlers get a little more defensive when they get into the finals. They're not quite as aggressive. They're afraid of making a mistake. The one mistake that can kill you. And so far, 91 hasn't been that way. They've been very aggressive. And, of course, these two aggressive but no scoring as Prescott attempts to get a takedown, countered well by Shannon DeRoshi, and the period is going to end just as it began with no score.
Yeah.
So 0-0 at this 98-pound match. And DeRoshi, Doug, is a sophomore, as is Prescott, but as we said, Prescott a little bit more experience.
I've seen both these wrestlers as they went through the 2 days of the tournament, and they both impressed me. I was a little surprised on Shannon DeRoshi, I think mainly coming from Section 10, but he's giving them a lot of respect, I think.
As we said, Section 10 not necessarily a power and generally don't have a lot of people in the finals, but Shannon DeRoshi is there and doing a job. He's on the bottom now in the black, and he's in a little bit of
nice
trouble.
Nice move by Prescott. Nice move by
Going to try to control the legs. Thought he might get a grapevine, lock up the leg. He doesn't. See if he gets back points. Yes, he does. So it's now 2-0 in favor of Jeff Prescott. And now he gets the leg. As we see the evidence of legs, you don't really go too far. After out 91, they seem to come in just about all the time.
He's been using them very well. He's going to probably catch him again. Not necessarily, might not be able to pin him with it, but he's going to get back points out of it as soon as he gets him moving and catches that top arm.
Has that leg locked in there, does Jeff Prescott from Olean, Section 6. And you'll see a lot of that in the States. One thing, it lets you catch your breath and kind of hold things the way you want to for a while, or use it, as we said, for pinning combinations. More into college, they use a lot of that, as it stresses the international rules. High school rules a bit different. But right now, Jeff Prescott is ahead of Shannon DeRoche, 2-0.
Got to be able to lock that up to take it over. He's trying to get the cradle on.
He's got that far arm locked up in the near leg, trying to drive him over. Still
Back
has
in, go to the legs.
Yeah, just going to say, there go to the leg. Let me get myself situated again. I'll throw the leg until I figure out what I'm going to do. It looks like he's going for that front headlock to he could push him into a cradle. 15 seconds left in this period. Get a nice low shot there of the wrestlers.
There he goes again. He'll probably get some back points there. The referee's counting.
Yes, he did. He's going to get 2.
There. He's got 2 on that again.
And at the end of the first period, then Jeff Prescott, by virtue of those back points, makes the score 4-0 at the 98-pound weight class. Doug, I'd have to say that Prescott has looked impressive, especially at the end of that period. Pinning combinations and able to control.
He controlled Shannon very well. He didn't even seem to have any opportunity to get out. It wasn't even really close.
Another Peterson there is going to pick him up 2.
2 and 2. The referee was counting out again. He'll get 2 back points also.
That'll give him 8 points total in the match, so he's built up a comfortable lead, has Jeff Prescott from Olean, Section 6, 35-0 this year, and obviously has improved upon that record, or will improve upon the record if the score remains as it is now. He's built up a pretty good lead with 1:30 left in the third period, but DeRoche's still wrestling. He hasn't given up yet. Now's also the time you get the leg in and kind of run some time off the clock. kind of Whaley says, okay, you got to move a little bit, but he's going right after him. Prescott,
he's working those pinning combinations, changing those bars up,
moving from side to side. Now he throws a cross face.
He's not afraid. He's going to try to catch him here, come out front and try to throw him more towards his back. I think he's going to have to give up 1 here, though.
He may give up 1. There's about 50 seconds left in this match. He hasn't given it up yet. As we say, score 8-0. Officials, Gordon Carberry, the assistant, Mike Giagios, and right now,
again, he caught him there.
And Mr. Carberry is right over to check for a pin. We're down to 30 seconds. And Jeff Prescott's got DeRoche in trouble at 98 pounds. He's bringing that crossface over. And he's got the legs in, tied up.
If he can get both legs hooked in there, get some weight on him, he might pin him here.
Prescott going for the pin with 10 seconds left.
Gotta try to get his head up, I think, to let the officials see and also put some pressure on the guy's shoulders.
He will escape. DeRoche will escape without being pinned. But an impressive win for Jeff Prescott as he picks up 3 points at the end, making the final 13-1, I believe. Yeah, that's the final score, 13-1. Couldn't see the scoreboard. So Jeff Prescott, the state champion at 98 pounds from Olean.